This video will show you how you can track your expenses on Hammock. Now, let's say I want to track some buildings insurance. So I might search for a keyword. It could be the name of the company. In my case, my buildings insurance actually contains the word build. So if I search for that keyword, you can see these are all my building insurance transactions. Now, if I just want to track one of these, all I do is click on the transaction. I then need to categorize it, and I can go into these categories, or I can use the search bar at the top. In my case, I'm going to click on insurance, select buildings insurance. Now I can choose to link that to an individual property or to an overall portfolio. In my case, I'm going to link it to 27 Swallow Close and click save. So just like that, I've now categorized that transaction. But actually, in this case, I also want to track all these other transactions as well. So if I just scroll down on the right-hand side, I'll have an option here to search and track. And when I click that, everything now has a tick box. So I can just select all of those in one go and update 15 transactions. And just like that, I've tracked all of my historical building insurance transactions. Now, one other key tip is that sometimes you might have transactions that you need to split across multiple properties or multiple categories. So let me show you how you do that as well. Now, I've spent some money at Amazon. So let's say this £36.59, and some of this was for my property and some of this was just for my personal use. So I can click on this transaction, and rather than categorizing it as one individual option, I'm going to choose the split transaction button. And from here, I can now split this £36.59 into any transactions I like. So let's just say to start with that I've spent £19 and I spent that on materials for 141 Corn Street, save. So that now creates that mini sub transaction, but I've still got a difference here of £17.59. And in this example, let's say this is money that I spent on myself. So this doesn't relate to my property. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to say £17.59 of this was a personal expense. Click save. And now you know the transaction is fully reconciled because this goes green. This £19 is going to feed into my P&L and my tax, and this £17.59 is not. And just click finish tracking and you're done. To see what that transaction looks like, we just search for Amazon again. You can see that it's a split transaction. You can see how it's split and which properties it relates to.